Continuing from the previous episode 565. There are 5 levels in the desert mountain range, and each level has different levels of danger, but there is no doubt that while the danger is, the opportunity is also extremely rich. After all, the ancients have a cloud, danger and opportunity always coexist. Xinya 81 Zhang Huiyan Wang U. Kai 8.1 ZS. Koem the top of the desert mountain range. There is no human beings here, and there is not even a trace of green plants and magical beasts, and there is only an endless silence. At the top of the desert mountain range, at first glance, it looks like the top of a mountain range, but it was cut for no reason, exposing a large plain, causing the top of the desert mountain range to be a large flat land. On the flat ground, no grass grows, and some are just khaki rocks, extremely desolate. The most attractive thing about the topmost layer of this desert mountain range is the solid rock that spreads endlessly on the flat ground. Looking closely, there is actually an extremely huge throne in the top center of this desert mountain range. Next to the throne, a very terrifying thing like a medicine cauldron was slowly beside the throne. As for the place dozens of meters away from the throne, a giant hand composed of countless rocks fiercely shot it against the ground. The 5 fingers spread out and pressed down on the ground, but where it was about to close with the ground, a purple gold figure raised his hands to fight against the giant rock hand. The tiny figure contains extremely terrifying power. Susu. I don't know who is here, how can I feel a sense of déjà vu? And I can't feel the breath of the blood demon general. Did he enter somewhere or fell? Forget it. This mad wood immortal master shouldn't last long. After waiting for some time, after this mad wood immortal master has completely fallen, this emperor can regain his freedom. The figure has no face, and there is only a slightly blood-red strange aura. Cough, cough, cough. It should be here, right? Shan Yao, who was beside her, couldn't crawl, and immediately said. Shan Yao initially knew that there were not many stairs, but did not expect there to be so many. After all, Shan Yao has just woken up, and all the functions of her body have not yet fully operated, so it is naturally a little difficult. Come on. Xiao Yan naturally knew that some roads could only be walked by himself, otherwise Xiao Yan helping Shan Yao would mean harming her. Okay. Although Shan Yao said no, 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 but she didn't stop and stepped in step by step. In just a few short moments, the little Princess Shan Yao of the Tianmuyu clan seemed to get used to the stairs, and she didn't scream anymore, she gritted her teeth and walked step by step. It seems that the little princess of the Tianmuyu clan is really not easy. Xiao Yan murmured, "It's here." Shan Ling was in front, not knowing what to see, but a few people quickly reached the end of the stairs. Is this the top of the desert mountain range? Xiao Yan and the others were still on the last stone step above the stairs, so they looked at it slightly. At the top of the desert mountain range, the line of sight here is very similar, only a lot of rocks can be vaguely seen. This is the top of the desert mountain range. The aura in this place is extremely terrifying, everyone be careful. Xiao Yan said solemnly. Even if they were far apart, Xiao Yan, relying on his huge soul power, was able to discover the highest point in this desert mountain range. The obscure atmosphere on the top floor. Yeah, Shan Yao and the others were all shocked when they asked the question. It was the first time they had seen this look. Especially Snake Punishment, at this time, his heart was already in chaos. Although the aura in the topmost layer of this desert mountain range is extremely vague, Snake Punishment can clearly feel that the aura here is exactly the same as that of the extraterritorial evil clan attached to the blood demon general in his body. I hope nothing will happen. Snake Xing was shocked and said wei, but at this time, Snake Xing is not easy to say. After all, if it is said, I am afraid it will cause a certain blow to the 2 of Shan Ling. Boom boom boom. Just as Xiao Yan took a step, the extremely terrifying coercion immediately filled the air, and instantly suppressed Xiao Yan's footsteps. Damn! Xiao Yan snorted coldly, and the huge soul force immediately attacked. Boom boom boom. 2 terrifying coercion instantly permeated together, and then the coercion disappeared instantly. It seems that it's really not easy here. Xiao Yan spoke slowly after his pace slowed down. Xiao Yan knew that the power just now, if his soul power did not reach the Emperor realm level, I am afraid that he would be thrown away directly. But fortunately, the power of the soul has been raised to the Emperor realm, so it can be resisted against this coercion. Follow me, I know the way here. As if she was thinking about something, Shanling suddenly said. Since she came to the top of the desert mountain range, something deep in Shanling's body has been agitated. That is the power of blood from the depths of the body. With the blood of the original source. To put it another way, it is this fluctuation that comes from the blood relationship. Hey! Snake Xing sighed slightly, but he knew that when Shanling was still Snake Jade, his temper was extremely gentle, but once someone touched her bottom line, Shanling would explode like a flood of beasts. Unstoppable. Xiao Yan did not make a sound, and followed directly. Strange, how can the temperature in this rock be so hot? Also, the rock is so stiff and terrifying, it's not an ordinary rock that can compare to you. Could it be? Long Yi spoke slowly, his voice extremely shocking. Ordinary rocks are all khaki, but the top rock of this desert mountain range is actually reddish-yellow. Beneath that red-yellow surface is an extremely terrifying power of flame. The power of this flame is undoubtedly much stronger than Long Yi's own power of different. Link to fire www.novelmtl.com. It's getting closer and closer to the top center of this desert mountain range, and the burning in the body seems to be more restless. Sheng Yan should really be here. Xiao Yan had some way to go, and his eyes couldn't help but be a little obsessed. After coming to Do Di continent for so long, I finally found the trace of a holy flame. No matter what, I must conquer this holy flame. Strange, why did this strange fire become so hot? The Golden Dragon King Shizu said before retreating that there seems to be some connection between this different fire and the holy flame. I don't know what is the connection between the two, and I can always feel that the different fire seems to come to the battle. Above the Emperor continent, there is generally something missing, but what is missing, I can't tell. There were many mysteries in Xiao Yan's heart, which made Xiao Yan quite puzzled. Forget it. Let's be vigilant first. After all, Sheng Yan is the nemesis of foreign evil races. Although I don't know if what Sheng Yan said in the manner is true or not, but the existence of Sheng Yan proves that there are indeed foreign evil races here. There are many races of evil races outside the territory, but they are the nemesis of all human beings in the world. You must be careful. After Xiao Yan finished speaking, his palms couldn't help clenching. As for the Soul Eater talisman in the palm of Xiao Yan's palm, which was condensed from countless mysterious black runes, he said in a voice that he only heard, I didn't expect that the second strongest blood demon clan would be sealed here. Buy. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 566. Shabu. The three figures kept moving, and in a short time they came to the center of this desert mountain range. This is it. Xiao Yan's pupils clenched tightly, and an unparalleled shocking scene attracted Xiao Yan's eyes. Here, it is an extremely huge duel arena. In the duel arena, all around are surrounded by red and yellow rocks, towering into the clouds. As for the dueling arena, it looks like an ellipse. In the dueling arena, a scene that shocked Xiao Yan slowly appeared. There were very few things visible in the dueling arena, but every one of them shook Xiao Yan's state of mind. In the dueling arena, the most massive is the towering giant hand made of extremely huge rocks, shooting straight from the sky to the ground. The rock that forms the giant hand of the sky is just like the other rocks at the top of the desert mountain range. The outside is extremely solid, and the inside is wrapped in flames, which is extremely hot. This thing seems to be the same thing that appeared and disappeared on the mural I saw before. Xiao Yan couldn't help taking a deep breath when he saw this, and then said slowly. As for the place photographed by the giant hand in the sky, there is a faint silhouette that cannot be found if you don't look carefully. The figure's body was flashing with a hint of purple gold, but it was like a trace of gas that would dissipate at any time. It was very strange. It's just that Xiao Yan didn't pay too much attention to the purple gold figures because of the distance. Here, this is the strange mural I found when I entered the 5-story barren road. At first I thought it was something, but it turned out to be the projection on the top of this desert mountain range. Xiao Yan suddenly realized. Immediately, he was looking at the figure taken by the giant hand in the sky. I have clearly seen it before, the power of this giant hand in the sky. I am afraid that the powerhouse of the Do Emperor Peak can be killed, and the powerhouse who can be attacked by such a terrifying means is probably only the legendary alien race. However, Xiao Yan soon realized that he was wrong. It seems that the figure under the giant hand in the sky was not the one Xiao Yan had seen before. Because at this time, the figure under the giant hand in the sky doesn't have any breath, not even the power of life. Strange, what is going on here? Xiao Yan was also surprised when he heard this. I had seen the figure taken by this giant hand in the sky and the figure taken by the giant hand in the sky before. At this time, there are people and scenes in front of me. When Xiao Yan first saw the figure under this giant hand in the sky, the cold hair stood up, and his soul seemed to be evaporated. Xiao Yan shook his head, and then he stopped staring at the figure under the giant hand, but when Xiao Yan looked away, a trace of black appeared on the purple gold figure, and it was fleeting. As for other places, just above the giant hand of the sky, a throne appeared impressively. Xinya 81 Zhang Wian Wang U. Kai 8.1 ZS. Koem. It is strange to say that on the throne, there is no gold and silver jewelry, nor any decoration, and some are just extremely simple wooden materials. The wood fiber is extremely soft, and it looks like it has been carefully carved by someone. The wood fiber is transformed into dragons and phoenixes, which are divided into two sides around the throne, which looks quite domineering. It seems that this throne should be the place where the owner of the manor sits. Xiao Yan murmured, obviously feeling a very strong wood attribute aura from the throne, and even a looming terrifying aura softened. Emerges slowly. As for Shanling, her eyes have never left the throne since the very beginning. It seems that the throne has brought back many bad memories for her. Sister Shanling. Seeing this, Shanyao on the side couldn't help being shocked. She just wanted to comfort Shanling, but was stopped by Shanling's words. Don't worry, I'm not as fragile as you think, otherwise how can I protect you, the little princess of Tianmuyu? With a smile, Shanling's jade hand gently supported Shanyao's fragrant shoulder. Yes. Seeing this, Shanyao couldn't help feeling warm. Xiao Yan smiled slowly, and immediately began to look at the dueling arena. The wood on the throne is extremely precious. Even if he glanced at it, Xiao Yan felt that the throne was faintly glowing. As for the throne, there is an extremely ferocious giant cauldron. The entire body of the giant cauldron is khaki, but the mouth of the cauldron has as many as 6. This cauldron is definitely a good cauldron. Xiao Yan couldn't help but praise slowly in his heart. Generally, there are at most 2 cauldrons in the medicine cauldrons on the market. Even if it is the most cauldron, its value is really low. Because there are many cauldrons, but most of them have rough workmanship, but the cauldron in front of them is different. This cauldron light is the faint aura on the cauldron body, plus the finesse of workmanship. You can know that this cauldron is extraordinary. There seems to be something in this cauldron. Xiao's joy has not stopped, but it seems that there is something hidden in this cauldron. Plop. Xiao Yan took a slight step forward, but was stopped by a transparent barrier. There is a very strong creature. Shanling's face changed slightly, and she looked at the dueling arena vigilantly and said, Yes. Xiao Yan heard the words and immediately became vigilant. Because just now, when Xiao Yan touched this colorless barrier, an astonishing aura instantly appeared in the duel arena. Although it was fleeting, it was still discovered by Xiao Yan and Shanling. I have some confidence. Shanling asked with a sullen face, because the speed and fluctuation of the creature just now were only for a moment. It was difficult for Shanling to distinguish his specific strength, and immediately asked Xiao Yan. Do not know, but to be honest, the reason why I was able to destroy that mighty Gorefiend general is because I have some secrets in my body, but what I want to tell you is that that thing is temporarily unavailable. Xiao Yan said also vigilantly www. Link to novelmtl.com _what. Then you promised me to come to the top of this desert mountain range. Aren't you going to die? Let's go back. When Shanling heard the words, she immediately burst into anger. What is this Xiao Yan doing? Do you really think that you are lawless with the strength of the 5-star Do Di in the early days? Since Xiao Yan himself said that he could eliminate the Gorefiend on snake punishment because of some secrets on his body, but now the creatures in the duel field in front of him are obviously more powerful than Gorefiends. If they enter indiscriminately, I'm afraid it's the same as sending death. No, I must get the holy flame, Xiao Yan said firmly. Since I can already be sure that Sheng Yan is in this duel arena, then no matter what, Xiao Yan left without regard for it. After all, the evolution of Fenju can only rely on devouring the holy flame. As for things like holy flame, you can't find it. If you miss today's opportunity, I'm afraid you'll have to wait until the year of the monkey and the month of the horse. Moreover, Xiao Yan still has a lot of unsolved mysteries about the holy flames and different fires in his heart. Solving the root of all this requires strength. And I also promised you to help you solve that letter from your father. A manly man, it doesn't matter if you can't speak. Xiao Yan finished speaking, and the corner of his mouth squeezed a smile towards Shanling. Ask for tickets. End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 567. Shanling was anxious and stared at Xiao Yan, but did not speak for a while. Don't worry, no matter what's in it, isn't it still me? Xiao Yan also laughed. Xiao Yan also wanted to take good care of the two sisters, Shanyao and Shanling. After all, the backgrounds of the two of them were miserable, and this desert mountain range might be their home. Obliged to take care of one or two. I hope you saw that creature flinched in fright. Shanling continued. Xiao Yan didn't take it seriously when he heard the words. After all, although this Shanling was a bit arrogant in her mouth, her heart was not bad. There is indeed the holy flame you need here, but don't forget that the creature inside is likely to be the legendary alien race. The alien race has been the biggest enemy of our human beings since ancient times. They have committed all kinds of evils. They specially hunted and killed us human beings and destroyed many planes in the world for pleasure. All kinds of evil deeds have been punished by everyone. Shanling knew told. I know, so this time, I will completely obliterate this extraterritorial evil race. Xiao Yan felt the familiar fluctuations of Xiao Yi and the others, and they were rushing towards here. So Xiao Yan this when the confidence is extremely confident. Shanling looked at Xiao Yan's smile, but it was a surprising discovery, as if she couldn't find any words to stimulate Xiao Yan. Listen to me for a while, if you can't do it, just go. Shanling said, looking at the determination in Xiao Yan's pupils, still couldn't help it. Although Xiao Yan's words about resolving his father's letter just now really moved him, Shanling felt that Xiao Yan had to get this holy flame this time, so she said out of concern. Okay, let's go. After Xiao Yan finished speaking, he was just about to take a step, but unexpectedly, in the dueling field in front of him, a sudden change occurred. I saw that in the sunken oval dueling arena, the giant hand of the sky composed of rocks and the small gap in the dueling arena ground, a black light beam exploded instantly. And the giant hand of the sky made of rocks was also shattered a lot by this scene. This sudden scene made Xiao Yan and the others feel a slight shock in their hearts. Immediately, he turned his eyes to the black-purple beam, and saw a figure of several meters standing slowly beside the black-purple beam. A wave of evil to the extreme slowly spread out, like a demon descending from the abyss. Is it a foreign evil race? Xiao Yan stared at the black light beam in the dueling arena, and then a look of horror appeared in his pupils. With such terrifying strength, I am afraid that Xiao Yan can be wiped out in an instant. Is this the end of the world? Shanyao opened her mouth slightly, and Bei's lips clenched involuntarily. Apparently, there was a faint fear in her heart for this unfamiliar figure in front of her. Susu. The black and purple figure slowly broke free from the giant hand of the sky, and then a pitch-black evil aura shot straight into the sky, and then the rocks above the giant hand of the sky were slowly shaken away. It's been so many years, it's finally out. Ha ha! Immortal Master Crazy Wood, after all, you are still a little weaker. If that's the case, then this guard will accept all of the things you once had. The black energy above the black figure slowly condensed, and then become a rather weird-looking figure. Above the figure's face, it is extremely red, and the eyes are even more red, like a monkey's butt. Damn it! What level of extraterritorial evil clan is this? Xiao Yan suddenly stepped on his feet when he heard the words, and suddenly wanted to surrender. The power of this extraterritorial evil clan, this breath alone makes Xiao Yan so afraid. I am afraid this holy flame is not easy to handle. This is the powerhouse among the evil tribes outside the realm. Shanling and Shanyao supported them slightly, so they were not overwhelmed by the mighty aura. I'm afraid this strength is beyond the range I can handle. The snake torture on the side was extremely solemn. Susu, Immortal Master Crazy Wood, you old fellow. The black-purple aliens stood beside the throne, their red pupils staring at the throne. With the appearance of the evil people outside the black territory, there seemed to be some other auras faintly appearing on the throne. It seems that so many years of repression have not eliminated your evil. A hearty laughter slowly came from above the throne. Immediately the next moment, Xiao Yan saw that on the throne, a man in white appeared. The man held the two armrests of the throne with both hands, one dragon and one wind, looking straight at the black-purple alien evil race like an overlord. "You immortal, you have already perished. Why do you still leave a residual soul force to trick the mystery?" When Xiao Yan heard this, he obviously did not understand why this black alien race was like this, and he was about to look at the figure on the throne. It was a middle-aged man, and the confident smile on the man's face made people feel extremely comfortable. Coupled with the extremely terrifying fluctuations between his eyebrows, Xiao Yan couldn't help but be slightly shocked. "Is the fighting immortal strong?" A pharmacist at the 4th rank of immortal rank. Xiao Yan swallowed a few mouthfuls of saliva dryly, and then said with difficulty. Xiao Yan doesn't know how powerful the immortal fighting powerhouse is, but Xiao Yan is very clear about the horror of the 4th grade alchemist of the immortal rank. The person in front of him is actually a real 4th grade alchemist of the immortal rank. Outside the arena that was only blocked by the duel arena, Xiao Yan said with a solemn expression. Even if he had just broken through to the Emperor Realm Earth level small perfection, under the residual power of the immortal level alchemist, his soul realm couldn't help but be slightly shocked. The immortal level pharmacist, what he said was true. "Ha, Gorefiend Left Guard, what you said is wrong. Xinya 81 Zhang Wei and Wang Yu. Kai 8.1 ZS, Co-M. This king is still one link today www.novelmtl.com. How could it be possible for you to be born here again?" The man said slightly, and a fierce and silent aura suddenly spread out. Ha, Immortal Master Madwood, if you were at your peak, Benwei would still be afraid of you, but now you are just a remnant of your soul. How can you fight against Benwei? "So you'd better die," said the evil race outside the black domain savagely. As soon as he finished speaking, the Gorefiend Left Guard raised the palm of his hand, and a power containing rich blood energy appeared instantly. This power just appeared. Xiao Yan and the others suddenly felt vaguely uneasy. Because the moment this power appeared, Snake Punishment clearly felt a little bit of the Blood Demon General's power in his body struggling. If it wasn't for Xiao Yan's help at the beginning, I'm afraid the Snake Torture at this time would have exploded and died. As for Xiao Yan, the Soul Eater talisman in the palm of his hand was also faintly turbulent. "Go to hell!" The left guard of the Gorefiend flashed and came to a few meters next to the throne. Immediately, his palm slapped on it, and the terrifying fluctuations spread out in an instant. Just when everyone thought that the throne would be shattered instantly, no sparks appeared in the duel arena, only an extremely hot khaki flame appeared. "The last general, Yan, see my king." A mighty and powerful voice, like a heart-wrenching voice, passed through everyone's mind. Ask for a ticket? End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 568. "Ha, it's good to come here." An understated voice, Z, came from the mouth of the Mad Wood Immortal Master. "Bold Gorefiend Left Guard, how dare you attack my king?" The figure, who was covered in khaki flames, was respecting Mad Mew Shanling on the throne just now, but the next moment he was facing Gorefiend Left Guard angrily shout. "Damn! Yan, why didn't you die?" An exclamation came from the Gorefiend Left Guard. "Impossible. Back then, when our entire blood demon race used the secret technique, this rock should have fallen. How could it still be here? Illusion, it must be an illusion," the Gorefiend Left Guard said in shock. Left Guard of the Gorefiend, the second strongest among the Gorefiends, ranked at the bottom of the extraterritorial evil clan. The Gorefiends, famous for their blood energy, specialize in absorbing the blood energy of human beings. They once fought against the Mad Wood Immortal Master, so the Gorefiends, except the Gorefiends, the strongest of the Gorefiends, all fell to the ground. That battle was truly tragic. With the power of holy flames, Immortal Master Crazy Wood, together with Yan and other 3 fighting immortals, dozens of powerhouses who surpassed the 9-star Do Emperor and the Gorefiends fought with all his strength, and only then did the Gorefiends fight against the Gorefiends. Almost all the evil people in the gang were killed, but only the left guard of the Gorefiend was left. Because the Gorefiend Left Guard was unable to completely kill him with the help of Mad Mew Shanling, who was nearly exhausted at the time, so he chose to seal it. "Die? My king is merciful. How could I die? I'm still waiting to slay your blood demons. How can you die?" A scorching, annihilating flame instantly erupted between the eyebrows of the man called Yan. Cough, cough, cough. What a terrifying power of holy flame, it hasn't changed at all from before. The Gorefiend Left Guard coughed a few times and said, Yan, are you all right? The next moment, Immortal Master Madwood on the throne abruptly stood up, and then faced the rock road. I'm fine, but it's you, my king. Yan also knew the tyranny of the Gorefiend Left Guard, and immediately did not entangle him too much. There is no need to grieve, everything has its own destiny. Upon seeing this, Immortal Master Kwangmu also knew what Yan Xin was thinking. After all, at this time, he was just a remnant of a soul. But Shanling's little master and Tianmuyu's Shanyao and the others. The two of them were placed at the bottom of the lake, on the one hand, to avoid the investigation of the Gorefiend Left Guard, because I know that the Gorefiend Left Guard has been searching for my descendants for all these years when he was sealed. Trying to break free from my shackles with the power of the blood of descendants. On the other hand, I must admit that I am not a good father. Leaving the two of them at the bottom of the lake is to improve their strength with Sanye Shanlan, so that I will have the strength to protect myself in the future when I am gone. Immortal Master Madwood spoke slowly, but his voice was full of a sense of vicissitudes. My king, don't blame yourself. I think the two of them knew about that scene, and they will definitely forgive you. After all, Yan suddenly said, forget it, let's not talk about it. Just when Yan wanted to continue speaking, Immortal Master Kwangmu suddenly interrupted. Humph, even if it's the two of you, I'm afraid it won't be so easy to kill me. The left guard of the Gorefiends stared at Immortal Master Yan and Madwood, and the three were so stalemate. This rock is probably the holy flame at the top of this desert mountain range. Sacred Flame is the only one who is so extreme and suppresses the evil race outside the territory so strongly. Xiao Yan's pupils shrank tightly, and then he said, the color of this holy flame is khaki, I just don't know which holy flame it is. Xiao Yan said with a fiery gaze, he could feel the burning determination and even the strange fire in his body slowly stirring. Xinya 81 Zhang Weian Wang U, Kai 8.1 ZS, Coem. The identification of this holy flame is different from that of a different fire. If you want to distinguish which kind of holy flame it is just by relying on the color and breath, I am afraid that only your strength can reach the battle of immortals. Right now, we can only rely on the Holy Flame Crystal and Holy Flame Soul Seed. This Holy Flame Soul Seed should be mastered by this man named Yan. It's just strange. Why doesn't this Holy Flame exist without Holy Flame Crystals? Strange. Long Yi said slightly, Holy Flame Crystal? Sacred Flame Soul Seed? Xiao Yan said dumbly, the so-called Holy Flame Soul species, you have obtained one from the Corpse Forest, but you have never encountered the Holy Flame belonging to that soul species, so it has always been so bleak. Only with the approval of the Holy Flame Soul species can you conquer the qualifications of the Holy Flame. As for the Holy Flame Crystal, it can only be obtained after conquering the Holy Flame. Sacred Flame Soul Seed and Holy Flame Crystal are all of Holy Flame. Long Yi spoke slowly. I see. Xiao Yan murmured, looking inside thoughtfully. It's just that Xiao Yan vaguely discovered that it seems that this dual field has been set up by the Madwood Immortal Master to set up an extremely terrifying barrier, which has led to the fact that several people have not been discovered by the three inside. Is this person my father? After seeing Immortal Master Madwood, Shanling on the side was far from having any violent fluctuations, but was very calm and her breathing was extremely flat. What the asterisk is going on? I must find out. The next moment, Shanling suddenly swore to herself after listening to the conversation between Yan and Immortal Master Madwood. As for Shanyao and Snake Punishment on the side, the aura in their bodies has also improved a lot, and then they can only watch the situation in the dueling arena. It's okay to talk about old times. Yan, we haven't fought hand in hand for a long time. A slightly smiling voice slowly emanated from Immortal Master Madwood. My king, I haven't felt your breath for a long time. The Yan man also said very hot link to www.novelmtl.com in this case, would you like to come here once, strike the hand of the sky? Immortal Master Crazy Wood shouted at Yan, and his voice was quite bold. I can't ask for it. Yan heard the words, and instantly agreed, and then the breath suddenly exploded, and a terrifying holy flame that seemed to be uncontrollable burst out. Crash! With the power of holy flames appearing all over Yan's body, the giant rock hand of the sky, which had slapped the Gorefiend Left Guard, shattered, and then turned into hot magma, which merged into the foot of the rock. "Come back! My power!" Yan shouted loudly, and then the magma in those rocks melted into his feet more quickly. With the integration of the power of these flames, the aura of that rock exploded, and in a short period of time, it had a strength comparable to that of a fighting fairy. "Okay," said Mad Wood Immortal Master. "If that's the case, then the two of us are going crazy once. My second daughter, I'll leave it to you in the future." Immortal Master Mad Wood finished speaking, and his strength as an immortal warrior was undoubtedly on display. Damn it! Isn't this crazy new Shanling already fallen? How can it still have such terrifying fluctuations? And the power of holy flame on this rock, these two fighting immortals are too strong against me. This is troublesome. Gorefiend Zuawei said slowly, and there was no disdain in his voice, but a little more dignified. "Ask for a ticket." End of this chapter. Continuing from the previous episode 569. Go! Immortal Master Mad Wood suddenly drank, and his figure moved. Okay. Seeing this, Yan, as an old partner with Immortal Madwood for many years, immediately understood what Immortal Madwood wanted to do. Humph! The Gorefiend Zuawei snorted coldly, and the extremely evil red Gorefiend chi suddenly burst out of his body, forming a dark space around his body. Mu Jishi! Immortal Master Crazy Wood suddenly drank, and suddenly blue-colored Do Chi burst out from his body. As soon as Immortal Master Crazy Wood's voice fell, many huge trees suddenly grew wildly under the feet of the Gorefiend Left Guard. The trees are like giant trees in the sky, their power is extremely terrifying, and there are so many that it is probably the first time Xiao Yan has seen them. Boom boom boom! Gorefiend Left Guard's speed is extremely fast. After such a huge tree grew crazily just now, he fled quickly, because he knew that the wood attribute power of this Mad Wood Immortal Master was extremely famous. Where to run? Immortal Master Mad Wood laughed loudly, and then the sound disappeared instantly, and when it appeared the next moment, he came to the left guard of the Gorefiend. The calm palm was instantly launched, as if it had a strong aura that destroyed the sky and the earth, and suddenly slapped on the Gorefiend Left Guard's body protecting Gorefiend figure. Boom! Immortal Master Crazy Wood immediately took a few steps back, and then something changed rapidly in his hand, but looking at the left guard of the Gorefiend, the blood demon energy in his body was actually caused by Immortal Master Crazy Wood. Very embarrassed. You are courting death. Gorefiend Left Guard immediately burst into anger. This blood demon energy is something only the powerhouses of their blood demon clan can use, and it is unexpected that this Mad Wood Immortal Master will destroy it so easily. The imprisonment of wood. Immortal Master Crazy Wood doesn't care how the Gorefiend Left Guard roars. After all, the two have been enemies for many years, and they are quite familiar with each other's temperament and methods. Immortal Master Crazy Wood knew that if he didn't destroy the blood demon chi of the Gorefiend Left Guard immediately, it would probably have a great impact on their attacks. Shabu Shabu. Behind Immortal Master Madwood, the tops of countless giant tree branches in the sky were facing the Gorefiend Left Guard. The tops of the branches had an astonishing cold glow, and the next moment they suddenly burst into the place where the Gorefiend Left Guard was. And go! With such terrifying speed and destructive power, I am afraid that most people will stab into a honeycomb. Fire! It's just that Immortal Master Mad Wood knew that this Gorefiend Left Guard didn't fall so easily, and immediately pressed the weakness in his body, facing the rock road. Gulu! Yan Wenyan said that the reason why he didn't do anything was because of the body protecting blood demon energy on the Gorefiend Left Guard, which was quite a headache. But now it has been destroyed by Immortal Master Crazy Wood with his special wood attribute power, so Yan can also use his power to deal with the Gorefiend Left Guard with confidence. The next moment, a flame wrapped in khaki rocks slowly appeared on Yan's palm. The flames are wrapped in khaki rocks, like flowers waiting to be planted. Go! Yan controlled the power of the holy flame in his hand, and then suddenly threw it viciously towards the Gorefiend Left Guard who was attacked by countless trees. Bang bang bang! With the addition of the power of holy flame, the countless trees seemed to be ignited, and a purifying aura that was isolated from the world suddenly spread out from the center of the Gorefiend Left Guard. The power of holy flame, destroying the sky and destroying the earth. The power of wood attribute, attack and defense in one. This is the seamless cooperation between Mad Wood Immortal Master and Yantian. This Mad Wood Immortal Master is really a genius. The alchemist has both fire and wood attributes since ancient times. He uses the power of wood attributes to make the power of holy flame more splendid, or I can try it in the future. Xiao Yan looked at the field. The fiery battle immediately opened his mouth slightly. Hee, just you? Don't even think about it. This attribute can only be manifested if it reaches the level of Do Xian. Emperor Do's words have no attribute at all. Long Yi said disdainfully. Indeed, Do Di practice is mostly for condensing the Do core and changing his Do Qi, plus the power of birth and death. There is really no attribute to say. Xiao Yan rolled his eyes helplessly. However, although there is holy flame on this rock, after all, the holy flame crystal is not there. There is only one holy flame soul seed, which is not enough to exert the full power of holy flame. And I always feel that this Gorefiend Left Guard doesn't seem to be so simple. It seems to be breathing to hide his strength. Long Yi said suspiciously. What? Xiao Yan was shocked when he heard the words, but his heart was extremely heavy. The three people in this duel arena, whether it is the Left Guard of the extraterritorial evil race Gorefiend, or the Mad Wood Immortal Master and Sheng Yanyan, this is not something that they can handle. Although Immortal Master Crazy Wood is only a residual soul body, his strength is enough to make Xiao Yan feel chills. Look step by step. The holy flame is right in front of me. I still don't believe it. Xiao Yan could not help clenching his fists. The desire to become stronger was born again in his heart. Don't worry, it's me too. The Golden Dragon King is the person I respect the most. As a disciple of the Golden Dragon King, I will naturally spare no effort to help you. Long Yi laughed, with a hint of love in his voice. Hearing this, Xiao Yan did not feel happy, because the premise of everything still needs his own strength, and others will not blindly help him. His grandma's. It's really not good. I still have the Soul Eater Talisman, the Clan Mark and the 3 mysterious transformations of the Skyfire, even the Strange Fire. Xiao Yan said calmly. Although this fighting immortal powerhouse is extremely fearful, Xiao Yan is confident that even if he dies, he will be able to pull him down. This dueling field should have been created by the Mad Wood Immortal Master when he was at his link to peak www.novelmtl.com. Unless someone dies in it, no one can enter in this life or this life. Shanling said slightly, obviously for this dueling field, more or less or no less. The battle seems to be over? Just as Xiao Yan and the others were concentrating on their conversation, the battle in the dueling field suddenly changed. Where the Gorefiend Left Guard was, the ground, the sky, and the terrifying tree strips in all directions attacked him frantically with a fierce aura. With the addition of holy flame, the terrifying aura above this tree bar made the Left Guard of the Gorefiend feel a little cold. Damn it! I don't know how the Gorefiend is now. Why can't I feel his breath? And the one who was suppressed by Saint Flame Crystal. Why did his aura disappear? Except for the holy flame, there is nothing that can kill us in this great world. There is only one holy flame here. What is going on here? However, the depression returned to depression. Within the Gorefiend Left Guard, a wave of evil and terrifying aura continued to emerge, and then resisted the wood attribute attack of the Crazy Wood Immortal Master. Boom boom boom. With the addition of Sheng Yan, the Left Guard of the Gorefiend clearly felt that the Left Guard of the Gorefiend in his body was extremely afraid, and even the Left Guard of the Gorefiend struggled to mobilize the Gorefiend Qi in his body. Damn! Let's escape from this arena first. These two are now too strong. Even the Gorefiend Left Guard, who was arrogant and disdained to escape, had to admit the horror of the two and immediately retreated. Immortal Master Crazy Wood has used the power of Holy Flame to seal for so many years, and his own strength has also dropped a lot. Set a small goal first, such as 1 second to remember. Shukju mobile version reading website.